I moved here when I was 10, and I could tell you that I've never put my feet in that water in my whole life. But it took me a while to really think back on that and say, damn man, I lived next to a river and I never ever went in it. And it was this unsaid thing, like don't go in the river, right? And so that's kind of wild to think about.
So the Duwamish River is a super fun site, and it was declared in 2001 when our organization was created, and we want to make sure that community that is impacted directly by the Superfund gets to have a seat on the table and a voice to make sure that it's the people who are living impacted, the ones who are making the decisions on how that river should be clean.
It's such a new space for us, and now having it as a habitat and restoration site and also known as a park, and having that access to the water will be a life-changing for our community members.
This site is the most significant habitat restoration site in the city of Seattle in the last generation. Certainly the biggest on the Duwamish.
My hope is that remains as a great asset to the community, that community can care for it, that this gives a good example for other and for the port that we can make things happen in the right way when we want to and when we have the willingness to it and when we listen to community.
And so what does it look like for the port to reimagine what it looks like to center the community and really look at the community as partners, where all the things that are operating at the port, you have neighbors right next door that can do a lot of that work. And I think the port is doing some of that.
The future is continued partnerships, continuing to take advice and take guidance from communities most impacted by port operations and port impact. And this is just the perfect example of this just going really well.